SLSU MCC. I am Radamel Bahal, your host for today's webinar series. May I request for everyone's attention for this webinar series is about to start. Please pay attention for the opening prayer and to be followed by Philippine National Anthem and the Southern Lady State University Hymn.
So blessed, my Lord, I can see you in all the lovely things so fine and true. I see you in the beauty of the flowers and the rain. I see you between the lines of a sweet refrain. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you. The stars at night, I see you in my life, I feel alright. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you in the smile of a baby, sweet and true. I can see you in the eyes of my very best friends. I see you in these bonds, just like your love that never ends. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day.
Southern Lady State University, we come to you with our heads up high. We raise our voices loud and we call out to your alma mater dear. As we leave you, dear alma mater, your name our hearts will bear. With pride and success we bring to humanity, we share everything. We always remember you for making our dreams come true. The teachings you still in us, you in breath, the purpose high. Oh, hail to thee, celestial dim, yonder stands the shining gold. With dedication, trust and loyalty, we raise the banner, together we shout. Oh, hail to thee, celestial dim, we live to you our grateful hearts. We pledge to give you honor and cheer to you, alma mater dear. As we leave you, dear alma mater, your name our hearts will bear. With pride and success we bring to humanity, we share everything. We always remember you for making our dreams come true. The teaching you still in us, in you we breath, the purpose high. Oh, hail to thee, celestial dear, yonder stands the shining gold. With dedication, trust and loyalty, we raise the banner, together we shout. Oh, hail to thee, celestial dear, we live to you our grateful hearts. We pledge to give you honor and cheer. Oh, hail, oh, hail, oh, hail, alma mater dear.
The opening remarks will be given to us by Raquel Guy.
My dearest respect to the President of SLSU, Ms. Rose Ivy GFS, Associate Professor, Ms. Lucia Stella Grace Sabaa, Ms. Stella Roa, our School Administrator, to the Head of Research and Innovation, Mr. Darrell James Valdez, to our classmates, schoolmates, and to everyone watching this webinar series, a pleasant day to all of us. Just sit still and may you benefit from this webinar series. Enjoy watching. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raquel Guy. Now, I will be introducing to you our speakers for this webinar series. Ms. Naviel Orag, Mr. Jason Manadong, Ms. Del Clarisan Antonio, Ms. Lloydie Ruth Gula, Mr. Mark Anthony Palero, and Mr. Aldren M. Salon.
Challenges faced by social worker in handling CICL cases. What comes into our mind when we hear the word CICL or Children in Conflict with the Law? So mostly, ang nasa tong hunahuna mo ni sila ang mga bata nga nakasupak sa atong mga balaod din sa Pilipinas. So, CICL refers to a child who is alleged as, accused of, or adjudged as having committed an offense under Philippine law. So now, why is it become a challenges in social workers in handling this case? It's because when we work with children, we need to ensure that their rights are respected and their best welfare given paramount consideration. We all know that every children has a right, so we need to respect them. This applies even to a children in conflict with the law or CICL, especially because we look at them not as offender but as an individual who need special protection and assistance. For this reason, we shifted from retributive to restorative justice in handling CICL cases. So what is retributive justice? It must be punished. It is a response to criminal behavior that focuses on the punishment of lawbreaker and the compensation of victims. In general, the severity of the punishment is proportionate to the seriousness of the crime. So what is restorative justice? Restorative justice holds the offender accountable to the harm caused by the offense committed. It refers the varied relationship to the extent possible with the maximum participation of the victims in the emphasis of the reparation of the damage rather than on punishment, especially through imprisonment. It is also a theory of justice that emphasizes repairing the harm caused by the offense committed. It is the best accomplished through cooperative processes that allows all willing stakeholders to meet. Although other approaches are available when that is impossible, this can lead to transformation of people's relationship and communities. Thank you.
Good day everyone. I'm Jason M. Manadong. I will be discussing the challenges of social worker in handling CICL cases. Number one of challenges of social worker in handling CICL cases is no holding facility. Wala sila facility para sa mga bata nga mibuhat og krimen or dautan. Example, kintahay na bata nga masakpan nga nangawat nya adto sa police station within 8 hours kinahanglan man tong bata nga turn over sa DSWD within 8 hours kay aron ang PNP dili ma-charge og illegal detention. So kay ang problema nila kay wala man sila facility maong magsapir ang social worker o bantayan ng bata. Number 2 of challenges in social worker in handling CICL is the parents are lack of parental guidance and disciplinary. Nga naman tungod kay naay mga kaso sa CICL nga simra ang bata nga nagbalik-balik tungod kay ang parents sa bata is kuwang og pag disiplina sa ilang anak ug sakit sa part sa usa ka sugar nga bisan unsaon og may sa ginikanan sa bata nga idisiplina ilang anak inaon mahinoon nga presuhan na aron wala na may problema anak maong sakit para sa ila nga imbis kay kadto nga parental responsibility is para sa ginikanan maakupar na hinoon sa social worker. Number 3 is children are not cooperate. Labi na kung ang bata is dili kayo expressive. Maglisod ang social worker o kuha og data or information nganong iyang buhatong butanga nga sayop man. Number 4 is lack of manpower. Usa pud ni ka challenges sa usa ka social worker nga naghandle og CICL cases nga si jara usa. Example, kintahay na as jagi process na kaso nga wa pa nahuman nya na napoy lain nga moabot. So lisod or challenge sa usa ka social worker nga mag-abot-abot bitaw o magpatong-patong ang kaso nga wa pa nahuman ang usa na napoy lain nga miabot. Challenge na nila labi na kung ang sa ka lugar or kanang LGU is ang nagunit sa CL cases is usa ra ka tao o usa ka CICL case manager ug mao ni akong topic. Salamat.
Good day, everyone. The subtopic that I will be discussing is about the guidelines for social workers in handling and treatment of children in conflict with the law, which is connected to our main topic for this webinar series, entitled The Challenges Faced by Social Workers in Handling CICL Cases. And this is your speaker, Clarice Blasabat San Antonio.
There are different procedures in handling CICL cases. A. For CICL, 15 years old and below. B. For CICL, above 15 but below 18 years of age. And C. For CICL, who committed crimes with victims.
In case management, there are 7 tasks to be done: identification of problem, data gathering, diagnostic assessment, treatment plan, implementation of treatment plan, monitoring and evaluation, and termination. These guidelines is based on RA 9344 or the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006, which gives emphasis on making the CICL accountable for the act committed and rehabilitating the CICL rather than punishing him or her. Nga mao'y rason nga ang mga social workers nag-atubang og mga challenges handling CICL cases tungod sa mga CICL nga ang thinking nila is that dili sila mapriso, but not knowing na ang balaod nag-ingon dili sila mapriso, but they have to go to rehabilitation center para ma-achieve nila ang change na kinahanglan nila. Ug usa pa, ang mga CICL nga naa na sa rehabilitation centers maikyas maiskapo, og ang uban sa to say nga balik-balik na buhaton ang ilang pag panglapas sa balaod kay tungod lagi ang ilang hunahuna total dili sila mapriso. Mo nang dakong usa sa mga challenges nga giatubang sa mga social workers nga naghandle ani. The guidelines shall also provide them with the direction to actively engage the family and the community in the rehabilitation and reintegration of the children in conflict with the law. Sabot nga alang sa pagkabuot sa change na kinahanglan sa usa ka CICL, kinahanglan ang kooperasyon sa pamilya o sa komunidad. Kay without the help, the support of the family, lisod para sa usa ka CICL member na makabuot ang pagbag-o. Og usa na sa dako nga problema sa mga social workers kay naay mga families nga na dili mo kooperar og naay komunidad nga judgmental nga kung unsa ang salaod nga nabuhat sa usa ka bata mo na itawag kaniya. So ang bata mawad og self-confidence, and muna dili na ganahan ang bata na ma-achieve ang change nga alang kaniya kay tungod na siyang hunahuna nga dautan na siya sa mata sa mga tao.
My topic is about juvenile crime categories. Before ta mo tackle unsa mga juvenile crime categories, first ato sang ilaylahon kung kinsa ni sa juvenile crime. Juvenile crime is an area of criminal law that deals with the criminal activities of offenders who have not reached 18 years of age. Mauni sila ang mga bata nga nakalabag na sa balaod nga wala pa ning 18 ang ilang edad. Juvenile crime categories. First is the dangerous drugs. Most adult drug users report adolescence as a time when drugs were introduced to them. Due to the potential negative consequences that juvenile drug use possess, considerable effort has been made toward understanding the consequences, prevalence, and causes. Considerable life has been lost to drugs abuse and dependence, particularly from the use of alcohol and tobacco. Health-related consequences of teenage substance abuse include accidental injuries, physical disabilities and disease, and the effect of possible overdose. Then ang kasagaran ng mga nadakpan ng mga bata, ang ilang ginagamit is mga solvent like rugby and cannabis intake, or marijuana, heroin, and cocaine. Ang ikaduhang juvenile crime categories is theft. Theft is committed by any person who, with intent to gain but without violence against, or intimidation of person nor force upon things, shall take personal property of another without the latter's consent. Mao ni siya ang pagpangawat. Pagpangawat sa mga butang nga dili imuha. Illegal gambling. PD 1602, also known as illegal gambling, connotes that taking part in any game or activity in which you risk money or valuable object in order to win money. Pareha nga nang sa PCSO. Dili ka kuani nga na nga imong 10 pesos makadaog og 4,500. 20 mahimo ng 9,000. Sweet ko no. Sugarol magud ko parehata. Joke. Pareha nga nang sa 655, 642, Las Huertres, Last 2, Sabong, tong eats nga may permit, Sabong nga may permit, mo na siya mga illegal gambling, labi na kung ang duwa nga na is mga bata pa. So mo ni usa sa mga tapunon. So ayaw si duwa kung wala pa. Cyber sex pornography. Cyber sex is the willful commitment, unkept, controlled, or task, especially or by implication of any vulgar display of sexual organs, of sexual movement, with the guide of computer, framework, for support, or thought. Republic Act 10175 or the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012 thus characterized cyber sex as well as forbids its commission. Kay kasagaran man gud nga ni ang mga biktima is mga bata tungod po na sa ilang mga ginikanan ay laran gyud na huna is ang kwarta. Sumana na karon sa Palawan na the purpose of transaction o relationship sa katay mo ni palalhan o imong di nagpadani mo. Kay tungod man gud na matinga sila ngano man ning tawhana nga sige balik-balik din ni halos kada adlaw dagko kwartang kuha tungod dito sa cyber pornography. Frustrated homicide. Frustrated homicide requires a plan to kill on the part of the guilty party, without evidence of such goal. The crime may just be serious physically injury. The purpose to kill might be built up through the overt and the outer acts, and direct of the wrongdoer previously, amid and after assault, or by the nature, area, and a number of juris caused on the victim. Frustrated murder. A frustrated murder is an act that gets hindered or kept from occurring by one means or another. Moreover, is an unplanned event that makes one individual execute another with no intention. Lahi po to siya sa frustrated homicide. Kaya ang frustrated homicide is giplano siya. Walang frustrated murder is wala siya giplano. Next categories is carrying of deadly weapon. Adolescents' access to deadly weapon like knife. Adolescents' weapon conveying factors related with adolescents' weapon conveying and the unlawful utilization of weapons by adolescents. Mao kini ang mga batan-on nga magdala og mga hinagiban. Magdala kuno sila hinagiban kasagaran lang is rason is magdala sila hinagiban tungod para kuno pang self-defense. Kay napoy laing tungod ni mao ni mahitabo tungod sa mga ganggang. Kay kung naay makahinabo nga kontra nilang gang na sila pang self-defense. Rape. Rape is a type of sexual assault, usually involving sexual intercourse or other forms of sexual penetration, carried out against a person without that person consent. Usa sa rason nganong daghang mga rape cases sa Pilipinas is ang paggamit gajud og dangerous drugs like shabu, heroin, cocaine, marijuana, pwede po na mga solvent. Ug kasagaran ingana ang mga rape is mga batan-on. Ug ang kasagaran nga ma-rape is ang mga bata. Usa po din nga rason is ang pagtan-aw og mga sex videos. Mao nay rason pod sa naighang rape. Human trafficking. Human trafficking defines as the enlistment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of people by methods for the risk of utilization of the power or different types of pressure, of snatching, of extortion, of installment, or advantages to accomplish the ascent of a man having authority over someone else, with end of goal of abuse. Moreover, exploitation will incorporate at any rate the abuse of prostitution of others or different types of sexual exploitation, constrained work or administrations, subjugation, or practices like slavery or the removal of organs. Legal possession of firearm. On the off chance that an adolescent is indicated a wrongdoing, including the ownership of weapon, the court will as a rule arrange a result when for helping the adolescents, as opposed to rebuffing them for the offense. Adolescents court can force a wide exhibit of punishment. Sentences that can be implemented for weapons, ownership by a minor incorporate a notice, network administration, probation, and cancelable detainment. 3. A robbery is an act of stealing from a person using violence or by causing fear of violence. A person who commits robbery is known as a robber. Mao ni mga bata, kasagaran mga snats, kasagaran ni nga ni mga street children. Kasagaran po di nga ni gigamit sa mga syndicates. Ug sa street children magani kasagaran nila mo nilang panginabuhian para naman na sila makaon sa panginaadlaw-adlaw.
Valero, and I am the speaker of the subtopic programs for CICL. As you know, there are many kinds of programs and services that are being used by social worker in helping child in conflict with the law. And they face many challenges in conducting these programs. So for today, I'm going to discuss to you 2 programs that use by social worker in helping CICL. So the first one is diversion program. So diversion program refers to the program that CICL is required to undergo after he or she is responsible for an offense without resorting to formal court proceedings. So muna yung programa nga once gang usa ka child, usa ka bata na found guilty sa iyang gibuhat, example nangawat siya, then na gibarangay, then bawaan yun nga siya ang nangawat. So need nga usa ka social worker i-in siya sa kaninga program in order to help or treat the child. Kay ang diversion program is a package of intervention. So muning nga ikaduhang and this is the second program that I'm gonna talk today, the intervention program. Once nga isod siya sa diversion program, musunod niya ang intervention program. Intervention program is a series, or it refers to a series of activities which are designed to address issues that a child to commit an offense. It may take form with individualized treatment program. So, mga type series is sunod-sunod na siya, dili siya inon nga kanang maputol-putol. Parehagod sa mga Korean drama, diba, series na siya, mga K-drama, mga anime series, season by season ang uban. Kaya usa ka uban nga sa usa ka season. So inga nagapon ang kaninga program intervention, series of activities lamang siya na pagabuhaton sa social worker in order to help CICL. So na ako'y mga example there. I have samples for intervention program. So first is counseling. So what sa counseling is diri ang mahitabo nga ang social worker mo counsel sa kining bata, or then ang kaning counseling mahitabo ni siya depende ni sa social worker, but sunod niya series ni siya aron ang bata matabangan. Then second is life skill training. So usa pud ka intervention program sa para sa bata, matabangan siya nga ang iyang nabuhat sa una dili na mabuhat sa sunod. Example, nangawat siya tungod kay naay problema sa kwarta, then ang buhaton na sa life skill training is tabangan ang bata nga makabaton og kanang skill para sa sunod dili siya mangawat kundi iyang gamiton ang iyang skill para magamit nga makakwarta siya iyang skill. So example ani magluluto or kining sa mga electronics sa electricity nga pagabuhaton. So mo ni pagabuhaton sa social worker nga maghimo og programs nga life skill training. I-train ang mga bata sa mga bagong skill nga ilahang makabaton sila bagong skill para matabangan sila. And then kaning katulo is third is support service to parents or guardians like parent effectiveness service, livelihood programs, and spiritual sessions. So kani nga number 3 is for the parents ang guide sa iyang mga nagbantay sa bata mismo. So muna nga ang intervention program nga pagabahaton para ang parents, kung ang parents is walay kwarta muna ang bata buhat ingato nangawat siya tungod kay ang parents di ka provide sa iyang kinahanglan. So ang buhat lang sa usa ka social worker tabangan niya ang kaning maong bata o maong pamilya sa bata. So pareha ni nga sa support service to parents or guardians. So maghimo og livelihood programs para matabangan ang mga pamilya sa bata or kaning gitawag og spiritual sessions or uban pa nga magbaton og session sa mga pamilya nga magbaton og paghigugmaay sa pamilya aron ang bata dili siya kaning magbaton og kanang kagubot sa lugar tungod kay kaning naaitabang sa pamilya na ipagiya sa pamilya. So isa pud nga pamaagi din. 4 is referral of the CICL to another agencies for services like scholarship, psychiatric sessions, spiritual sessions. So muni nga ang programa or intervention programs nga i-refer ang mga kaning child in conflict with the law. Example, kung nangawat siya tungod kay may kwarta yung pamilya din eskwela siya, so pwede siya i-in sa scholarship nga aron makapadayon siya pag eskwela, then dili siya mangawat kay nakagraduate siya, din iyang parents lang makatagog baon niya tungod kay nanay sa iyang scholarship. Then psychiatric sessions muna po nga i-refer siya ang usa ka CICL sa social worker if dili na nila kaya like na sakit sa pagpangawat sa usa ka bata, so need na siya kanang psychiatrist nga mo tabang niya. So di man kaya sa tanan sa social worker, so need siya nga mo refer sa uban. So then sa spiritual session pwede siya i-refer sa mga simbahan aron matabangan siya. So napoy mga challenges nga pagatubangon sa mga social worker in conducting this program. So 5 is muna ang kalima intervention program. Sa ka-example sa intervention program, involvement of CICL in youth organization. So pwede siya in sa mga youth organization sa maong dapit. Sa example na kung ang usa ka municipality nga naay youth organization, pwede siya in dito aron dili ma-divert ang iyang hunahuna sa maayo dili nga to sa mga daotang buhat. So mo ni nga mawala ang iyang kuan sa maong kaning iyang nabuhat. Example sa pangawat, maiin siya nga to sa youth organization, for example sa simbahan nga youth organization, naay chance nga ang iyang pagpangamawat mawala tungod kay naay ubang tabang niya. So aside from this intervention, more activities that a social worker should explore in order to meet the appropriate needs of the child. So nadyo mga angay pud nga mga social mga activities nga para sa specific needs sa bata aron matagbo ang needs sa bata ba. So ang usa ka social worker na usa pa mas ma-face na challenge is mag-explore jud siya. So lalim ang pag social worker. So sa kanimo ni ang mga programa nga pagabuhaton sa speaker of the subtopic programs for CICL. As you know, there are many kinds of programs and services that are being used by social worker in helping child in conflict with the law. And they face many challenges in conducting these programs. So for today, I'm going to discuss to you two programs that used by social worker in helping CICL. So the first one is diversion program. So diversion program refers to the program that CICL is required to undergo after he or she is responsible for an offense without resorting to formal court proceedings. So muna yung programa nga once gang usa ka child, usa ka bata na found guilty sa iyang gibuhat, example nangawat siya, then na gibarangay, then bawaan yun nga siya ang nangawat. So need nga usa ka social worker i-in siya sa kaning program in order to help or treat the child. Kay ang diversion program is a package of intervention. So muning nga ikaduhang and this is the second program that I'm gonna talk today, the intervention program. Once nga isod siya sa diversion program, musunod niya ang intervention program. Intervention program is a series, or it refers to a series of activities which are designed to address issues that a child to commit an offense. It may take form with individualized treatment program. So mga type series is sunod-sunod na siya, dili siya ingon nga kanang maputol-putol. Parehagod sa mga Korean drama, diba, series na siya, mga K-drama, mga anime series, season by season ang uban. Kaya usa ka uban nga sa usa ka season. So inga nagapon ang kaning program intervention, series of activities lamang siya nga pagabuhaton sa social worker in order to help CICL. So na ko'y mga example there. I have samples for intervention program. So first is counseling. So what sa counseling is diri ang mahitabo nga ang social worker mo counsel sa kining bata, or then ang kaning counseling mahitabo ni siya depende ni sa social worker, but sunod niya series ni siya aron ang bata matabangan. Then second is life skill training. So usa pud ka intervention program sa para sa bata, matabangan siya nga ang iyang nabuhat sa una dili na mabuhat sa sunod. Example, nangawat siya tungod kay naay problema sa kwarta, then ang buhaton na sa life skill training is tabangan ang bata nga makabaton og kanang skill para sa sunod dili siya mangawat, kundi iya gamiton ang iyang skill para magamit nga makakwarta siya iyang skill. So example ani magluluto or kining sa nasa mga electronics sa electricity nga pagabuhaton. So mo ni pagabuhaton sa social worker nga maghimo og programs nga life skill training. I-train ang mga bata sa mga bagong skill nga ilahang makabaton sila bagong skill para matabangan sila. And then kaning katulo is third is support service to parents or guardians, like parent effectiveness service, livelihood programs, and spiritual sessions. So kani nga number 3 is for the parents, ang guide sa iyang mga nagbantay sa bata mismo. So muna nga ang intervention program nga pagabahaton para ang parents, kung ang parents is walay kwarta, muna ang bata buhat ingato, nangawat siya tungod kay ang parents di ka provide sa iyang kinahanglan. So ang buhatan mo sa usa ka social worker, tabangan niya ang kaning maong bata o maong pamilya sa bata. So pareha nga sa support service to parents or guardians. So maghimog livelihood programs para matabangan ang mga pamilya sa bata, or kaning gitawag og spiritual sessions or uban pa nga magbaton og session sa mga pamilya nga magbaton og paghigugmaay sa pamilya aron ang bata dili siya kaning magbaton og kanang kagubot sa lugar tungod kay kaning naitabang sa pamilya na ipagiya sa pamilya. So isa po nga pamaagi din. 4 is referral of the CICL to another agencies for services like scholarship, psychiatric sessions, spiritual sessions. So muni nga ang programa or intervention programs nga i-refer ang mga kaning child in conflict with the law. Na example, kung nangawat siya tungkol kay may kwarta yung pamilya din, eskwela siya, so pwede siya i-in sa scholarship nga aron makapadayon siya pag eskwela, din dili siya mangawat kay nakagraduate siya, din iyang parents lang makatagog baon niya tungkol kay nanay sa iyang scholarship. Then psychiatric sessions muni nga i-refer siya ang usa ka CICL sa social worker if dili na nila kaya like na sakit sa pagpangawat sa usa ka bata, so need na siya kanang psychiatrist nga mo tabang niya, so di man kaya sa tanan sa social worker, so need siya nga mo refer sa uban. So then sa spiritual session pwede siya i-refer sa mga simbahan aron matabangan siya. So napoy mga challenges nga pagatubangan sa mga social worker in conducting this program. So 5 is muna ang kalima, intervention program. Sa ka-example sa intervention program, involvement of CICL in youth organization. So pwede siya in sa mga youth organization sa maong dapit. Sa example na sa kung ang usa ka municipality nga naay youth organization, pwede siya in dito aron dili ma-divert ang iyahang hunahuna sa maayo dili nga to sa mga daotang buhat. So mo ni nga mawala ang iyahang kuan sa maong kaning iyahang nabuhat. Example sa pangawat, may in siya nga to sa youth organization, for example sa simbahan nga youth organization, naay chance nga ang iyang pagpangamawat mawala tungod kay naay ubang tabang niya. So aside from this intervention, more activities that a social worker should explore in order to meet the appropriate needs of the child. So nadyo mga angay pud nga mga social mga activities nga para sa specific needs sa bata aron matagbo ang needs sa bata ba. So ang usa ka social worker na usa pa mas ma-face na challenge is mag-explore jud siya. So di lalim ang pag social worker. So sa kanimo ni ang mga programa nga pagabuhaton sa.
Hi, good day everyone. I am Aldrin M. Salon and I will be discussing about the coping strategies for social workers handling CICL cases. As we all know, social work profession requires a lot of efforts in order for its goal to be achieved. In order to be able to perform such responsibilities the best way it should be handled, a social worker must be equipped with the knowledge and skills that is needed. But as we all know, everyone has his limits. No matter how good we are, no matter how we try to perform our responsibilities or roles the best way it should be, it is inevitable to be discouraged, feel down, we get tired sometimes, and even get stressed. That is why a coping strategy would be of great help. Here are emotion-focused coping strategies by Falkman and Lazarus. First is releasing pent-up emotions. So pent-up emotions are those emotions that we fail to show or we refuse to let others see. These are repressed emotions that could really affect us negatively if we fail to release it. That is why it would be best to release it in some ways. Second is distracting oneself. So focusing on one thing is good, but focusing only on one thing might not be a good idea. Sometimes we should learn to explore other options or other things in life for us to have a better communication skills and in order for us to perform our roles so much better than it should be. Third is managing hostile feelings. Hostile feelings are feelings that are unpleasant or unfriendly, and these feelings should be managed or else it would really become a source of stress for us and might be affecting us negatively. Fourth is meditating. Another is mindfulness practices. So being mindful or simply aware of what you are doing would release or relieve you from getting stressed. It is always better to be mindful or to know what you are doing and why you are doing such things. Last is using systematic relaxation procedures. So these are procedures just like the deep breathing wherein you simply the inhale, exhale, and another is the massage. But there are also a lot of relaxation procedures that you can do for yourself if you think it would be a great help. It is not only limited to social work professions, but it is and can be applied by anyone who thinks that it might help them relieve stress. So here are some behavioral coping strategies. So simply listening to music can relieve stress and can be a good help for you for your brain to function properly. Another is taking a bath. So it others might say it's funny, but really taking a bath is one of the hygiene that we must practice for our body to be functioning properly. Another is watching a movie. It can be a source of relaxation, getting a massage, relaxations, yoga, and other things that are possible ways to self-soothe. Make efforts to include these strategies in your daily routine as they will help you cope with stress and prevent becoming more stressed. And last, here are 8 self-care tips for social workers to avoid social worker burnout. First is set limits. Don't be afraid of setting limits related to your schedule, client needs, and even your family commitments. A structured schedule is the best way to prevent burnout and to clearly identify when you work and when you have downtime. Number 2, eat, drink, and sleep well. Good health is important for maintaining the rigorous schedule and demands of social work. When you eat healthily, stay hydrated, and get enough rest, you are less vulnerable to burnout. Third is maintain boundaries. Perhaps the most important thing you can do to prevent burnout is maintain firm boundaries with clients, colleagues, and even friends or family. Boundary issues are usually covered in ethics classes, continuing education courses, and work related retreats, but it bears repeating. Maintain your boundaries and don't give in to pressures that, over time, could become the straw that breaks the camel's back. Fourth is make time for you. Do something creative to relieve stress and prevent burnout. Social workers often prescribe creative pursuits like music, journaling, and art to clients to reduce stress, and it can help practitioners too. Any leisure activity that suits you and makes you feel restored is an excellent self care strategy. Another is don't be a sponge. During interventions or interactions, watch how you respond to hearing clients recount traumatizing events. Are you preoccupied with this later on? Are you experiencing flashbacks related to the client's situations? Social workers tend to soak up what their clients convey and share, and in many instances, this can be painful, troubling information. Vicarious traumatization occurs when social workers are traumatized by the experiences of their clients, which can be debilitating and overwhelming. This trauma puts you at a high risk of compassion fatigue and calls for immediate action, such as taking a vacation or having an honest talk with your supervisor. Number 6, engage in physical activity. Brisk physical activity can reduce stress hormones and increase resilience. The American Psychological Association explains exercise fuels the brain's stress buffers. Start your day with a jog before work or unwind with a walk during breaks. Even short stretches of physical activity throughout the week can add up to total recommended levels of exercise. Number 7 is make sure to take time off. You are given personal days at work for a reason. Don't let this time get eaten up for other purposes and deprive yourselves of much needed time for you. Plan and take your vacations too. Even if it doesn't seem feasible to travel far away, any slight change of environment and scenery can be invigorating, even if only for a day or two. Lastly, learn to talk to someone. Identify someone you can talk to about work, your stressors, and whatever happens to be on your mind, such as supervisor at work or a therapist outside the job. Due to the confidential nature of the job, it isn't easy to share what is weighing on you with friends or family. So find someone you can open up to and that can offer guidance and advice. You work hard for your education and licensure, so be sure to protect your professional commitments by paying attention to self-care. Don't wait until it is too late to deal with social worker stress. Start today to implement strategies to reduce burnout symptoms and alleviate compassion fatigue. So that is all about my report, and thank you so much for listening.
And to make this webinar series more entertaining, we will give you these intermission numbers.
To my beat, you know she could show we a perfect fit. You're my pangga, I ain't looking for another. Ikaw lang baby girl ay sapat na. Kahit hindi kita kasama, ikaw lang nasa puso, nasa isip, lakas tama. Halaga, you're my pangga. Di manicure na ikaw lang yun ang ako. Di mo balibay kung ikaw ang nakita sa imo ko matagiya. Kalami sa akong
That I love you, true.
was a very entertaining presentation, and now a certificate of appreciation will be given to Mr. Darrell James Valdez. Let me read the citation. Republic of the Philippines, Southern Leyte State University, Maasin City Campus, Social Work Department. Certificate of appreciation is given to Mr. Darrell James Valdez, RSW, MSSW, for sharing his expertise in the field of research during seminar on current trends in social work webinar series. Challenges faced by social worker in handling cases of children in conflict with the law. Given this month of January, year 2021, Southern Leyte State University, Maasin City Campus. Lucia Estela Grace A. Abaa, RSW, MSSW, Associate Professor 2. Maria Estela E. Roa, LPT, MAED, Campus Director. In behalf of BSSW 3AJ, we would like to thank all of you for your time in gracing our webinar series. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe and God bless.